This is the second video of the chapter, A Nasty Triangle. It is pages 144 and 145. Here we go. First of all, look at that picture. That's a diagram of how a slave ship might be filled with enslaved people. Picture a triangle, a long one. Do you have 3 points in your mind? Now stretch the triangle across the Atlantic Ocean. Put 1 point on the New England coast, another in Africa, and the third in South Carolina. Are you sure you have that clearly in your mind? Now imagine a boat sailing along that triangle from New England to Africa to South Carolina and back to New England. Stretch another triangle across the Atlantic. This one can start in England, go to Africa, and have a third point in Virginia. The Atlantic Ocean was once filled with ships sailing triangular routes. Most of them included a stop in the West Indies. They were very jagged triangles. A few were rectangles. Let's pretend a triangle is starting in Newport, Rhode Island, near Boston. You can watch as a ship is loaded with rum and guns. Rum is an alcoholic drink made from sugarcane. The ship heads for Africa, where the rum and guns will be traded for African people. The Africans have been captured by enemy tribesmen and sold to African slave traders. The slave traders bargain with the New England boat captain, who buys as many people as he can squeeze onto his ship. Some of the captives are children, kidnapped from their parents. Olaudah Equiano was one of those children. He was 11 in 1756 when he was captured in Benin. He was the youngest of 7 children, a happy boy in a loving home. Like many other prosperous African families, his family had slaves. Imagine that you are Olaudah as you read his words. One day, when all our people were gone out to their works as usual, and only I and my sister were left to mind the house, 2 men and a woman got over our walls, and in a moment seized us both, and without giving us time to cry out or to make any resistance, they stopped our mouths and ran off with us into the nearest wood. Here they tied our hands and continued to carry us as far as they could, till night came on, when we reached a small house where the robbers halted for refreshment and spent the night. Olaudah and his sister are taken on a long journey, separated and sold. He is passed from person to person, staying a month here, a few weeks there. Olaudah sees many parts of Africa and has many adventures. He tries to run away, but is unsuccessful. Then, for the first time in his life, he sees the ocean. The first object which saluted my eyes when I arrived on the coast was the sea, and a slave ship, which was then riding at anchor and waiting for its cargo. These filled me with astonishment, which was soon converted into terror. When I was carried on board, I was immediately handled and tossed up to see if I was sound by some of the crew, and I was persuaded that I had got into a world of bad spirits and that they were going to kill me. Let's take a look at this map real quick. There's the triangular trade. Of course, now you know that those triangles were in a lot of different shapes to a lot of different places. And the caption says there was more than one trade triangle, but all of them were tied up with slavery, and slavery was tied up with them. Most of the people who made money out of slavery didn't want to see it come to an end.